Athletic Commission are set to hold a hearing this week to decide the fate of Ryan Garcia. They're going to decide whether or not they're satisfied that the evidence presented by Garcia's team is congruent with their claim that he was the victim of contamination and didn't knowingly ingest a performance-enhancing substance. Now, we all know that Ryan Garcia talks a lot, and so you take a lot of the stuff he says with a bucket load of salt. But in this particular instance, he put a tweet out earlier on today where he said, "I'm officially retired." And it makes you wonder whether he's trying to pull a Conor Benn here. Because, of course, when Conor Benn tested positive for a performance-enhancing substance in the run-up to the Chris Eubank Jr. fight, he relinquished his British license, or failed to renew it, whichever description you prefer semantically, in order to avoid being suspended by the British Boxing Board of Control. Is Ryan Garcia retiring to avoid being banned by the New York State Athletic Commission? I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. I don't know whether that would even work in his case. What I can say is, bans for P.E.D use in America, at least in the sport of boxing, tend to be far less harsh than bans in the UK. The only fighter I can think of off the top of my head in America who got a P.E.D ban longer than 6 months was Jarrell Miller, but that was after he popped dirty on multiple different occasions in a relatively short space of time. That culminated in him getting, what was it, a 2-year ban? But the previous times he tested positive, I'm not sure if there was any ban at all with any state commission. If there was, it would have been very light, maybe 6 months. As I say, that seems to be the standard in America. And because fighters, certainly once they reach a certain level, only tend to fight twice a year anyway, a 6-month ban is pretty much no ban at all. So let's see what happens with Ryan Garcia here, whether he's trying to avoid a ban, whether the New York State Athletic Commission exonerate him. If he does get a ban, how long will it be? If it's more than 6 months, it will be a little bit of a surprise, especially if all the other state commissions agree to it. Although, I guess what the New York State Athletic Commission could do, I don't know if they did this in Jarrell Miller's case, but what they might do is give a fighter, let's say, a 2-year ban and say to them, if you fight in a different state within that 2 years, we'll extend your ban to 4 years. And they only need, let's say, the Nevada State Athletic Commission and the California State Athletic Commission to impose the same ban, because those 3 states are where most of the big fights take place. So the fighter then thinks to himself, well, look, it's not worth me going and taking a fight in Alabama, right, in the outback somewhere during my ban, because the 3 states where you can make any money are going to extend my ban if I do that. So it's not worth it. So that would effectively be a 50-state ban without actually being that on paper. You see what I'm saying? But as for Ryan Garcia, if he received anything longer than 6 months, it would be a little unusual. If it was longer than a year, it would be an eyebrow raiser, because that's not the norm in the United States, especially not for a first offense. So we'll see what happens this week. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Are you sick and tired of the mainstream mindset? Does the dogmatic conformity and pathological ignorance have you tearing your hair out in frustration? Then don't be alone. Come and join our brotherhood on Patreon. We stand as a beacon of reason against an army of insanity. You'll gain access to my weekly topical podcast, where we take more deep dives than Jacques Cousteau on an endless variety of subjects. There's also videos, interviews, live Q&As, as well as a vast back catalogue of previous episodes, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen via the Patreon app or download in high-quality MP3. Connect with myself and hundreds of other members in our Element chat group. There's no contract, no commitment, you can cancel at any time, and it's cheaper than a Mickey D's McMuffin. Just head to my Patreon page via the link below this video and select the tier called the Brotherhood of Reason. I'll see you over there.